Hello, Happy New Year and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'd like to first of all thank those of you who have tuned into the channel, who have watched the videos, liked and subscribed. Thanks a lot, and I will keep making the videos if you keep watching them. Additional thanks, first of all, as always, goes to Sam Daly at Ron and Daly Airguns, where I purchased this, the Ron Daly limited edition Target, Red Wolf Target. In fact, it's the silver edition #1. And also to the guys at Optics Warehouse, where I purchased this particular scope, which is a Vector Optics Minotaur 12 to 60 by 60, I believe it is. And I wanted to give you my update based on having had this rifle for a bit of time now. And I must admit, from having shot a Red Wolf before, and also I've shot the Serie Rosso, which is essentially the Gen 1 board, and then subsequently the updated Red Wolf. This is phenomenal. I know it's a lot of you are thinking, look, it's just a Red Wolf in a different guise, but at the same time, you get a completely different shooting experience using this particular stock because of the different resting grips that you have. I mean, I'll take a closer look now, and you can have a look that there's a thumb wraparound position, thumb up position over here, thumb resting over here. Obviously, you've got a really nice palm shelf over here, which is lovely. You can see that from the last video I did, I've removed the extended butt pad, and I've also removed the hamster, and I've added a bench rest plate because I've been shooting this at Atherton Indoor Range, which has been recently acquired by my friends Steve and Dennis. And quick shout out to those guys, and obviously hi Bex, hope you're enjoying the time that they have now. But the long and short of it is that this rifle shooting off a bench is brilliant. I've been shooting it off a Neo X, not a Neo X, sorry, just a Neo, a Seb Neo. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to kind of give you an update on what the groups are like with the different pellets I've tried. So far, I found that this particular rifle likes two different types of pellets. I'll give you kind of the story in terms of how I started with essentially Rangemaster Sovereigns, which I've used on Daystate rifles before, from my Red Wolf to my Delta Wolf, even my Griffin. Having said that, my Griffin and my Wolverine prefer JSBs, as does this. I'll come to that in a moment. But after shooting the Rangemaster Sovereigns, I found that it actually started to like these Barracuda FTs, the 9.57, and these are, I believe, 4.51s, yeah. So, first of all, I've got the grouping that it did, and this is a sheet that I did just pre-Christmas at 30 yards at Atherton, shooting from 180 bar to 150 bar. And you can see that at 30 yards, as you'd expect from a Red Wolf, this thing is shooting nigh on cluster groups, hole upon hole. And these are 5-shot groups. And that hole over there was me zeroing. And I've even got a trusty little 5p piece over here just to kind of give you an indication that, look, it is indeed definitely all the way 5pp's, 5p piece groups all day long at 30 yards, which you'd expect, in fairness, from a Red Wolf. And I'll be honest with you, at this point, the barrel hasn't even been leaded in, bedded in, whatever you want to call it, properly. So I'm expecting those groups to get even tighter. Now, since shooting that, after Christmas, I went back to the range and I haven't done a splatter target, but I essentially shot this target, or this particular grouping, on one of their bull run cards at Atherton, using JSB Exacts 8.44 grain 4.52s this time. And literally, this was, I think, the second card I shot, and I think I got 268 score, which isn't bad for shooting the rifle second time with these pellets. But what I was finding was the groups were getting very, very tight compared to these with the the H&Ns. So I guess from my perspective, I was pleasantly surprised with the JSBs and the level of accuracy I was getting. And also, take a look at this. Either grouping, the Barracudas were doing very well in terms of the standard deviation 0.1, and this is like a 40-shot group, and this is how consistent it was shooting, which is superb. And then with the JSBs, again, slightly more deviation, 0.2. Having said that, I'm still not too dissatisfied with that, considering the level of accuracy I was getting. I mean, to shoot a 268 card on their competition, which is the bull run, and they're very, very stringent in terms of what is a bull and what isn't a bull. And in fairness, if that is the second time with those pellets, I expect things to get tighter. So it's interesting, this. It would be interesting to hear your comments in terms of which pellets do you think I should carry on with. Should I carry on with the Barracuda FTs, or should I carry on with the JSB Exacts? I'm tempted to lean towards the JSBs, in fairness, but having said that, I'm still very satisfied with the groups that the Barracuda FTs done. And I'm very, very pleased with the overall performance of the FTs. I've tried them with the Walther LG 400, which again is a custom-made rifle at Ron Daly Airguns, and I'll be doing a follow-up video on that. And that rifle loves these pellets. And again, all I hear is praise for the Barracuda FTs and also the Barracuda 8s. So yeah, which pellet would you think that this rifle prefers? Just a quick overview of the scope. Why did I pick this particular scope? Well, because of price, and also because of the reviews it was getting, because of the value for money. Now, sure, it goes up to 60 magnification, but I'll be honest with you, when you're pushing it out at 60, shooting at a 30-meter target, I would say that the target isn't the clearest, but having said that, for the price, it's not a bad scope. I would expect better lighting conditions where I was shooting. If you're shooting this outside, and if you're shooting beyond 30 meters and you're magnifying up to 60, I think you'll get some brilliant clarity. But excuse me, I found that I was getting better clarity in the range when I was putting it roughly to 35 or even 40. But pushing it to 60 was still good, but obviously you're not going to get the same quality as you would do with something like a Citron S3, which, if you're wanting to pay close to £1,500 UK, whereas this, I believe, is approaching between £350 and £400 UK, you're getting good value for money for a scope for definitely distance shooting. But having said that, I'd be interested to try some of the other scopes I've got. For example, a Sidewinder Ed, a Hawk Sidewinder Ed, which goes 10 to 50 by 60, and a Nico Sterling Diamond as well. Same magnification, just to see what my results are with these particular pellets. So far, so good with this rifle. I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, when I did my last overview of first impressions, the colours were popping out on the rifle, on the stock. I did say that it was a work of art, and I still think that it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. It's definitely a head turner. The fact that Sam Daly is making limited run of these, so if you are definitely keen on these, I would definitely jump on board. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, the shot count from the cylinder is very, very deceptive. You would think that you'd get a limited shot count, maybe about 100 shots or so. No, that is definitely not the case. I found that you could probably get anywhere between 2 and 250 shots from that cylinder. So again, another plus point for this rifle. Overall, superb. Definitely one of my favourite rifles of 2023, and it came in towards the end of 2023, and it's definitely up there with the prestige rifles like your XTI 50 and your Thanework Brow 800X, your Anschutz 9015. For me, this rifle in this particular stock, again, to be fair, in HFT version with the hamster, which again is not here, and subsequently the backrest, superb, but I've modified this slightly so it's suitable for bench rest, and from my perspective, I absolutely adore it. So that comes to the end of this video. If you've liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe. Please stay tuned for follow-up video on the Walther LG400 and also some new rifles that are coming in very soon, which I'm really keen to review. Stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and thank you very much. Look after yourselves, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.